This episode is brought to you by Cobra Casino. Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, Carl, the Cobra Froch.
And me, Rachel Froch. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.
Did I say Cobra?
You did.
I'm the Cobra today. People say, why does he call himself the Cobra? Because I am the Cobra. And what you come at? Because all I can see is a big pink bow. Explain yourself.
Hey, it's Christmas.
Yeah?
Nearly New Year. We're wrapping up this year, 2023 of boxing.
So you've wrapped yourself
So
up?
I've wrapped myself up.
Did I steal your line there? I don't usually like unwrapping presents, but I think I'm going to enjoy this one.
Get off!
All right.
Leave it alone!
Sorry.
Come on, carry on!
So anyway, we're going to do a summary of 2020, just a short, sweet summary of 2023, all the boxing action, bits and bobs. Rachel's got a few questions to ask me. We're going to go through it, so sit back and enjoy yourselves.
So the first category is, what is the best boxing YouTube outlet out there?
What are you laughing at? Best boxing YouTube outlet has to be Froch on Fighting, which began, when did it begin? When did we start this?
Earlier this year.
And
Not long ago.
The reason I started, I'm saying it's the best one because it amount of subscribers against how many views I get, I'm actually the best boxing outlet out there and the fastest growing boxing YouTube channel out there. So I'm really proud, and you should be proud as well.
He loves blowing his own trumpet.
No, I've had some statistics sent to me, and early next year, we should be looking at 100,000 subscribers, which is brilliant.
Hey, and we do it together.
Yeah, exactly. Rachel started off asking me a few questions behind the camera, and then it evolved, and here she is. She's not in Vision every week. You don't want to be in Vision every week. You can't be asked.
No, not every week.
But
hey, it's the last one for 2023, and I'm in a present dress.
Yeah,
what more do you want?
We've talked about the bow dress, haven't we? We've talked about the dress. We don't need to mention the dress again. But this YouTube channel started with me giving Logan Paul. No, it was Jake Paul. One of them YouTubers anyway. Started off by giving him a bit of stick. So, Jake Paul has called me out on his social media. Apparently he wants to fight me. And listen, just in case you didn't know, my last fight was at Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000 fans. Don't talk about me in the same league as you. I'm a 4-time world champion. 2 WBC titles there. You'll never ever have one of them. You're not good enough. You're not a professional fighter. You're a performing clown. That's all you are. So keep my name out of your mouth until you've done something in the game. I think this Saturday your world ends. But if it doesn't, and you are stupid enough to take a fight with me, when this right hand lands on your chin, it will put you into fucking orbit and knock that stupid barnet off the top of your head. And then he realised he got no position in the ring with Cobra. The Cobra, he got no reason to even be anywhere near me. Because he kind of called me out.
Yeah, he did.
I wrote him off, threatened to put him into orbit, and it went mad. Everyone was commenting, it was great. Talking down the camera went really well. So this channel evolved from that. And it's great to have you in front of the camera, and it's great to have your involvement. I couldn't actually do this without Rachel. She has a go at me, shouts at me, tells me to pick my voice up, tells me to stop looking so miserable. We should do an outtake video actually next year.
Oh, God.
But no, I really enjoy it. I really appreciate the subscribers. So if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. And this is the last video for 2023, which we've said. That's the first category done. Froch on Fighting is the best and fastest growing YouTube channel.
So what was your most shocking moment of this year? So we've got some nominees. So we've got Liam Smith knocking out Eubank Jr.
Big moment that was.
Tyson Fury getting dropped by Francis Ngannou.
Ooh, I feel like it was a bigger moment.
Joe Parker schooling Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder on his chicken legs. He didn't look himself, did he? And he's 38, so I don't think that was as shocking as either of them two. And I'm not supposed to be answering these.
Hang on a minute, hold your horses. We've got Dillian White failing a drugs test.
Yeah, that was a bit of a stinker. And so out of them four, was a 4.
So, yes.
I think, although Liam Smith beating Chris Eubank Jr. was a big moment, Chris Eubank Jr., really, what's he done? Who is he? He's the son of the legend Chris Eubank Sr., but he's not actually... For me, it wasn't a massive moment. It was a shocker.
But Liam Smith did so well.
Really well. No one thought Liam Smith could do that to somebody who was allegedly bigger and stronger. Liam Smith went in there and smashed him. Now, he got done himself in the rematch.
Yeah.
But he didn't look himself, did he?
No.
So that moment, actually, for me, it's not up there. I think Tyson Fury getting dropped by Ngannou in a fight that many thought he'd lost. I've rewatched it since and scored it. And I think... 1 round, I think 1 point, I can say Tyson Fury won that fight. And I'm saying that for the sake of boxing, probably. But no,
But I think that was such a shocking moment, wasn't it?
I think that one maybe wins it. You've got Joseph Parker against
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder his legs looked skinnier than ever. He looked jaded. He could never get going in that fight. He didn't look like he was throwing his right hand properly. I just think it was a good win for Parker, and not many predicted that Parker could do it. I mean, we all know that Parker can box, and he's got more boxing IQ than Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder's got that right hand that knocks everybody out usually when he hits him on the chin.
He just looked chilled though.
Yeah, we talked about it, didn't we, before, about the ayahuasca and that. And he's on about it was too peaceful and too at ease with life, and he's got to get that killer instinct back. So maybe Deontay Wilder's been listening to Froch on fighting, and he's thought, the Cobra's right. But that wasn't a massive shocking moment. That could always have happened, but I'm not going back on that. I thought Deontay Wilder would have knocked him out. And then
what do you think about White then failing a drug test?
Yeah, White drug test, that was a stinker. I sincerely wish that didn't happen. I was looking forward to White fighting Anthony Joshua, but obviously that didn't happen. He failed a drugs test. I don't want to kick a man while he's down and go on about the failed drugs test. So I think the biggest moment for 2023 for me was Tyson Fury getting flattened by Francis Ngannou, a mixed martial arts fighter, making his professional debut, getting flattened and almost schooled by a guy making his debut. That was a shocker.
Definitely. So now we're going to go with knockout of the year.
Ooh, knockout of the year. And what are the nominees? Go on. Sorry, I'm stealing the line.
The nominees are...
Was that a drum roll? Go on.
AJ Helenius, Terence Crawford v Errol Spence Jr., Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis, and Zilia Zhang versus Joe Joyce 2.
Zhang.
What do you reckon? What do you think? Break it down.
Start from the top again.
Okay, so AJ versus Helenius.
AJ Helenius, that was a good knockout by AJ. Highlight reel knockout. Boom, right hander. Helenius went down. I think it was around 5-6. I don't know. I can't remember. But it was a good knockout when you consider where Anthony Joshua was with his head and his mindset and the pressure he was under and the criticism he's been coming on, the constructive criticism, which is valid, by the way, because he's been struggling. He did really well in his last fight as well. Yeah. But the knockout there it was decent, but it wasn't the best knockout. It was good right hand, overhand right. When you've got people like Errol Spence and Terence Crawford in there, which I mean, that was such a good win by Terence Crawford. He's in against the next best, probably, fighter in his division. And that's a fight where people are going, I don't know who to pick. Maybe Crawford, maybe Spence. And Terence Crawford went in there and basically did an absolute shocking performance, as in, it was brutal. It was just such a dominant performance, and that was a great win for Terence Crawford and really stamped his authority up there with one of the pound-for-pound greats. So that's... What else is on there? Yeah,
we've got Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. How did that go?
Gervonta Davis. Well, Ryan Garcia is a bit of... You've seen him, pretty boy. Fast hands, Insta famous, isn't he? Yeah. But Gervonta Davis battered him, dropped him to a body shot. I thought Ryan Garcia quit. I said it at the time. You don't go down to the body shot, then get up on 9th second and say, I'm all right, and then the ref waves it off. So it was a good knockout. It was a good win, and it was up there. But no, that's not the knockout of the year. Definitely not.
And then the last one is Zilia Zhang versus Joe Joyce 2.
Zilia Zhang, Joe Joyce 2. I like Joyce. I think he's about done there because his punch resistance is his biggest asset. And Zilia Zhang showed his power and his composure in that rematch and got Joyce out of there. Might be the last of Joyce, but I don't think that takes anything near.
What takes the top spot then?
Top spot's got to be Terence Crawford beating Errol Spence.
Okay, knockout of the year then.
Knockout of the year, it has to be.
So the next one is favourite moment of the year.
Favourite moment of the year?
Yes.
And what are the moments?
So the nominees are Lee Wood becoming 2-time world champion.
Great moment.
Katie Taylor bouncing back against Chantal Cameron, and Bellew kicking off at the AJ fight, and Froch filming the whole thing laughing.
Is that it?
Break them all down.
Was that a 4?
Sorry? No, break it all down.
So Lee Wood lost to Lara, then beat him in the rematch, and then after beating him in the rematch, who did he fight?
Yeah, then he beat Josh Warrington in October.
Oh, Josh Warrington, big fight that was. We was hoping to get out of the City Ground, but yeah, that was a fight that, I mean, Lee Wood, a lot of people thought Lee was going to lose to Warrington because of the weight. He struggles at the weight a little bit and people think he's trained. But I'll tell you what a fight that was. And Lee Wood pulled it out of the bag towards the end of that fight after getting a bit of a shellacking. He took too many shots, got hit too often, but turned it around as he does, as we do from Nottingham. And that was a great win. That was a good win. That's a better moment than me filming Tony Bellew. I think it was after the AJ Franklin fight. That's a bit of a comedy value, isn't it? But I could see it kicking off behind me. AJ was in the ring, just beat Franklin. I think it was Franklin. And then for some reason, Bellew starts having a go at Franklin's trainer. And he was like a little tough guy he was. And I think he was having a go at AJ or the referee or someone. Something was going on.
Something was happening.
Bellew was defending Anthony Joshua, and his trainer was like looking at him as if saying, "What are you gobbing off for? Shut your mouth, Scouser." And I don't think he called him a Scouser. I like Scouser. And Bellew got angry, started offering him out for a scrap. So Steve Bunce is there. I'm there with Manny, my producer I think I was there for BBC 5 Live. I might have been there for TalkSport, but I feel like it was a 5 Live broadcast. And Bellew was kicking off, and I just thought, come on, let's not get involved. Let's just film.
You know what makes me laugh is you're just sitting there quite chilled. There's all like hustle and bustle and everyone's like moving behind you and you're just like, I'll just get my phone out.
That's what I do. I don't get involved and start knocking bods over. What's the point? You can't start hitting people this day and age. So anyway, I got my camera and I started to egg on Bellew. Probably shouldn't have done it. I don't think he's stupid enough to start having attacking the corner man. But the corner man jumped off the top of the canvas and I thought, oh, it's going to go off. So like, chin him, Bellew. Chin him. And he didn't chin him. But that was a good moment. That was funny. But Lee Wood becoming, well, not becoming.
Well, then let's talk about Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor, Chantel Cameron. Yeah, that was, listen, they had 2 close fights. Chantel Cameron won the first, lost the second. That conveniently sets up the third, the trilogy, maybe at Croke Park. That'll be a massive fight. Huge. The fight could have gone either way. I thought Chantel Cameron did enough, but you can't take anything away from Katie Taylor. She's done fantastic. So that was big. But because the fight could have gone either way.
What was your favourite moment then?
For me, it was Lee Wood. Lee Wood coming back. Because I thought if Lee Wood loses, it's probably going to be the end of him. And he came for a seriously hard fight. And he turned it round. And when anybody snatches victory from the jaws of defeat, I'm proud of him. And I've known Lee Wood since he was a kid. And yeah, that was a must-win fight for him. It could have been career over. So for me, that was the biggest moment of 2023 with Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron. Yeah. A close second, followed not very too far by Tony Bellew, almost getting beat up by Franklin's corner. It's a good job I was there. I was there egging him on, but I had his back. What do you mean you doubt it? He's got some skills in that other guy. He knows karate, apparently. Could have put some kung fu into it. No, I think Bellew would have done him. Dropped the nut on him.
It's funny though.
It was funny.
It was
hilarious. Not funny. Was that it? Was that
so you're going to say Lee Wood?
Yeah.
Lee Wood?
I've already picked Lee Wood.
Yeah.
Lee Wood, definitely. Come on, the Woodmeister. The Sheriff of Nottingham.
So that's it for the 2023 Sum Up of Boxing.
And I can't let 2023 Sum Up of Boxing go without mentioning Inoue. This is a Japanese fighter who's like a monster. His ring name is The Monster. He's some fighter. I did a TalkSport Fighter of the Year last week with Spencer Oliver on TalkSport, and I picked Terence Crawford. And I'm sticking with Terence Crawford, but Inoue never got a mention. He's one hell of a fighter, Japanese fighter. You've probably not seen much of him or any of him. But yeah, I can't let 2023 go by without Inoue getting a mention. So what a top fighter he is. And have a look at him if you get a chance. 2024...
We've got some great announcements coming up.
Starts off with Tyson Fury against Usyk. That's a great fight. Yeah. Looking forward to that one. Won't talk any more about 2024. 24 is going to evolve. But for now, I just want to say Happy Christmas to everybody. I hope you've had a great Christmas and a very happy and prosperous and more than important than anything, a healthy new year to all of my faithful followers. So thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Anything you want to say?
I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone.
Hopefully it's as good as that dress. Sorry, I killed it. I've killed it. Cut!